Have you ever been lying in bed late at night, feeling your heartbeat in your chest, and suddenly wondered, am I doing enough to protect it? It's a strange thought, isn't it? Something we don't often talk about, but quietly carry inside. Maybe it's that quiet thump you notice more than you used to, or the way walking up the stairs leaves you a little more breathless these days. Or maybe it's a memory of someone you loved who had heart trouble, and you're thinking, am I next? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Reaching 70 is a beautiful milestone, filled with stories, resilience, and wisdom. But it also comes with a few more questions about health, especially about our heart. And that's not surprising. After all, your heart has been beating nonstop since the day you were born. That's more than 2 billion beats by now. It deserves a little care, doesn't it? Here's the good news. It's never too late to show your heart some love. Whether you're feeling strong and active or facing a few health challenges, there are simple, powerful things you can do, starting today, that can help your heart stay healthy and keep you feeling alive and vibrant for years to come. In this video, I want to share with you 6 simple habits that can truly make a difference. These aren't extreme workouts or complicated routines. They're small shifts, gentle, doable, and designed with your age and lifestyle in mind. And the best part? These steps don't just help your heart. They boost your energy, improve your mood, and help you live a more connected, fulfilling life. So, let's start right at the foundation. The first habit is something many people underestimate after 70, but it's incredibly important: moving your body. Now, I know, when you hear the word exercise, your first thought might be, oh no, not that again. But let me ask you this. Have you ever gone for a short walk on a quiet morning, or danced a little while your favorite song played on radio, and afterward thought, wow, I feel good? That lightness in your chest, that looseness in your limbs, that's your heart thanking you. You don't need to run marathons or join a fancy gym. In fact, walking just 20 to 30 minutes a day at your own pace can lower your blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and strengthen your heart muscle. If walking isn't easy, even chair exercises, gentle stretching, or simply moving around the house more often can make a difference. The key is consistency. The heart loves rhythm. It beats better when we keep it gently challenged. And here's a trick. Don't think of it as exercise. Think of it as a gift you're giving yourself each day. A chance to breathe deeper, feel more grounded, and remind your body that you still value it. Your heart is a muscle, and like all muscles, it needs a little use to stay strong. Now, let's talk about something else that quietly affects your heart without you even realizing it. What you eat. Food isn't just fuel. It's information. Every bite you take sends a message to your body and to your heart. The question is, what kind of message are you sending? Picture this. You're sitting down for breakfast. On one plate, you've got white toast, processed sausage, and a sugary cup of coffee. On the other plate, you got a warm bowl of oatmeal with cinnamon and berries, a handful of walnuts, and a cup of green tea. Which one do you think your heart smiles at? When we hit our 70s, our metabolism slows down, and our body becomes more sensitive to salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. Those heavy, processed meals we used to bounce back from in our 40s, now they linger. They raise our blood pressure. They clog our arteries. They leave us feeling sluggish. But when you focus on whole heart-friendly foods, like fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, you're not just avoiding harm, you're actively healing. These foods are rich in antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats that reduce inflammation and help your arteries stay flexible. I always say, think of your meals like you're building a garden, not just a plate. Bright color, variety, and things that grow. If your food looks like it came from a plant, or better yet, was a plant, you're on the right track. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can strain the heart, especially in older adults. A few extra glasses of water throughout the day can make a big difference. Finally, for today, I want to touch on something a little more personal. It's not something we always connect to heart health, but the science is clear, and so is the feeling. I'm talking about stress. The quiet kind. The kind that builds over time when we feel worried, lonely, or overwhelmed. Have you ever noticed how your chest feels tight when something's been weighing on you? or how you can't quite catch your breath when you're upset. That's not just emotion. It's your heart reacting. Long-term stress can increase your blood pressure, raise inflammation in your body, and even disrupt your heartbeat. So, how do we deal with that stress? It starts with slowing down, taking deep breaths, spending a few quiet minutes in the morning with your thoughts, or saying a prayer, or simply sitting in silence with your cup of tea, journaling, listening to music, calling someone you love. These are more than comforts. They are medicine for your heart. And if you've been carrying something heavy, a regret, a loss, a fear, know this. Your heart doesn't want you carried alone. Talk to someone, a friend, a family member, even a counselor. Vulnerability is strength, and sharing lightens a load on your soul and on your heart. Now that we've talked about movement, food, and stress, let's keep building on these foundations with more simple ways to support your heart and extend your vitality. Because every small action you take adds up, especially when it comes to the heart. And the next one might surprise you. It's about sleep. Yes, something as simple as rest can be one of the most powerful tools for keeping your heart healthy, especially after 70. You might be thinking, I've always been a light sleeper, or I wake up 3 or 4 times a night. And that's completely normal. As we age, our sleep naturally becomes lighter and more fragmented. But here's the thing, your heart still needs that deep rest. It's during sleep that your blood pressure drops, your heartbeat slows, and your body repairs itself. Without enough quality sleep, your heart doesn't get the break it needs. If you find yourself tossing and turning, there are a few gentle ways to improve your rest. Try turning off screens at least an hour before bed. Instead, ease into the evening with something calming, like soft music, a warm bath, or reading a comforting book. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And if your mind won't stop racing, try writing down your thoughts in a notebook before you lie down. It's like handing your worries to the paper for the night, so your mind can let go. Some folks find it helpful to stick to a simple routine, go to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body responds to rhythm, and that rhythm helps your heart function more smoothly. Just like a favorite song, your heart loves a steady beat. Now, here's another powerful habit, maybe the most overlooked of them all, staying socially connected. Yes, talking to people, laughing, sharing stories, feeling seen. It might sound emotional, not medical, but make no mistake, your heart knows the difference between loneliness and connection. Studies have shown that loneliness and isolation are just as harmful to heart as smoking or a poor diet. That's a big statement. And it makes sense, doesn't it? When we feel lonely, our bodies go into a kind of quiet stress mode. Our blood pressure rises. Inflammation goes up. And over time, it wears down the heart. But here's the hopeful part. Even small moments of connection can bring enormous benefit. Maybe at a phone call with a friend, a walk with a neighbor, or chatting with the cashier at the grocery store. If you're part of a church or a community group, lean into that. And if you're not, consider joining one. There are groups for walking, gardening, reading, even singing. And if mobility is tough, even writing letters or joining an online community can make a world of difference. I've met people in their 80s and 90s who say their hearts feel younger now than they did a decade ago, all because they found ways to stay connected and engaged. And it doesn't have to be a crowd. 1 or 2 real, meaningful relationships. That's all it takes. You might think, well, everyone I used to know is gone, and that's an incredibly painful feeling. But your heart is still here. You are still here. And that means there's still room for new connections, even gentle ones. Sometimes the most beautiful friendships begin from the simplest moments, like a shared smile or a kind hello. Let's not forget how much joy and laughter do for the heart, too. Laughter literally improves blood flow, reduces stress hormones, and boosts oxygen intake. It's like a mini workout for your heart, and it feels good, so don't hold back your humor. Watch that funny show again. Share your old stories, especially the embarrassing ones. Joy is not just allowed at this age. It's essential. Now, there's one more habit that ties everything together, and it's something that's completely within your control, your mindset. Yes, your attitude, your outlook, the way you speak to yourself when no one else is around. Have you ever noticed how people with a positive, hopeful attitude seem to age better? Not just physically, but emotionally too? It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to believe that life still holds meaning, even in its quieter seasons. It's about waking up and saying, "Today matters. I matter." This kind of mindset doesn't just lift your spirit. It lightens a load on your heart. Optimism is linked to lower blood pressure, better cholesterol, and even a lower risk of heart attacks. And the beautiful thing is, it can be practiced. Even if you spent years feeling discouraged, it's never too late to gently shift your focus. Try starting each day with one thought of gratitude. Just one. It could be as simple as, "I'm thankful for the sunlight on my window," or "I'm grateful I woke up today." That small practice rewires the brain, softens stress, and gives your heart a reason to keep beating strong. And when you make a mistake or forget something or feel frustrated, be gentle with yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. Your heart hears everything, including your self-talk. There's a quiet kind of strength that comes with aging, a strength that's not about muscles or speed, but about presence, about choosing to care for yourself with love, patience, and grace. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to keep showing up for yourself. Because every time you walk a little, breathe a little deeper, eat something nourishing, laugh with someone, or choose kindness, your heart takes note. And it says thank you. And with every quiet thank you, your heart whispers back. You're building something powerful, resilience. That gentle, steady strength is what helps your heart keep going day after day. And now, let's talk about something that might sound small but plays a mighty role: hydration. Many people don't realize how vital water is to heart health, especially after 70. Our bodies are made up of mostly water, and every single function inside us depends on it, especially the heart. Dehydration makes your blood thicker, which means your heart has to work harder to pump it. That puts strain on a muscle that's already been doing its job beautifully for decades. And even mild dehydration can raise your heart rate, increase blood pressure, and leave you feeling dizzy or tired. But here's the thing. By the time you feel thirsty, your body might already be running low. As we age, that natural sense of thirst becomes less reliable, so we have to be a little more mindful. You don't need to drink gallons, just a steady intake throughout the day. A glass when you wake up, a few more with meals, maybe a cup of warm herbal tea in the afternoon. Even water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, or soups can help. Some people say, "But I don't like plain water," and that's okay. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber. Try a splash of juice in your glass. Make it something you enjoy, something that feels like care, not a chore. Because staying hydrated isn't just good for your heart. It gives you energy, helps with digestion, even keeps your skin looking brighter. And finally, we come to a habit that often gets overlooked when we talk about health, but maybe the most personal and meaningful of all. It's purpose. That sense that your life still has meaning, that you're still needed, still contributing, still growing. After 70, it's easy to feel like the world has moved on without you. Maybe you've retired, the kids are grown, friends may have passed or drifted, and there's this quiet question that creeps in sometimes. What am I here for now? But here's the truth. Your purpose doesn't disappear with age. It just changes shape. Maybe it's in the way you care for a grandchild, or the way you share your wisdom with someone younger. Maybe it's your garden, your art, your faith, or your stories. Maybe it's simply showing up every day with kindness. That matters. You matter. Your presence is not invisible. In fact, it's more powerful than ever. People who feel a sense of purpose tend to live longer, healthier lives. Their hearts stay steadier. Their spirits stay stronger. It gives the body something to wake up for, and the mind something to focus on beyond aches or worries. If you're searching for purpose, don't feel rushed to find a big answer. Start with curiosity. What brings you a little joy? What gives you peace? What feels like love? Maybe it's writing down your memories, volunteering, calling someone who's lonely, trying a new hobby, even if you're not great at it. Purpose doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's just a quiet decision to keep loving the life you have. And in all of this, in movement, in food, in rest, in joy, in water, in meaning, you're attending to the beautiful engine that keeps you alive. Your heart. It has carried you through heartbreak and laughter, through firsts and lasts, through long nights and sunlit mornings. It deserves care. It deserves gratitude. And so do you? So take this moment right now and place a gentle hand over your chest. Feel that beat? That's your heart saying, we're still here. We're still going. Let's keep going together. You don't need a perfect diet or a gym membership or a dozen medications to protect your heart. You just need consistent, loving attention, a little movement, a little joy, a little quiet, a little connection, day after day, step by step, breath by breath. If this video has reminded you of something important, something you've forgotten or maybe never heard before, I hope you'll take it with you today. And if your heart feels a little lighter right now, even just a little, then that's already a win. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you do to care for your heart? What makes your days feel meaningful? Your words could inspire someone else who needs to hear them. If this video helped you, please give a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more warm, helpful content just like this. We're building a community of people who want to age with wisdom, strength, and joy, and you're a part of that. Remember, it's never too late to begin again. It's never too late to take one small step toward a healthier heart, a clearer mind, and a brighter day. Here's to you, your journey, your strength, and your heart. Here's to living your best life at any age.